Hi, this is Mark News from Plant Talk Radio. Thanks for subscribing and listening to our podcast, Your Gardening Questions from Plant Talk Radio. If you have a gardening question you'd like our host Fred Howard to answer, send him an email. The email address is fred@planttalkradio.com. Now for today's question.
Okay, I have two questions, one for my wife and one for me.
Okay.
She has a problem with wild onions in her flower bed, even on top of landscaping cloth.
Okay.
And the other one is we have 12 blueberry bushes. I don't think they're doing fine. She thinks they're doing fine. You got any advice on how they could grow quicker?
Okay. I'm going to go with trying to get rid of the wild onions and tell you that many people have been beaten in their garden by wild onions. Now, it's a tedious process. They do not accept a weed killer. Their stems sticking straight up, the water with weed killer in it runs right off, and so on. Keeping them mowed down or cut off is the key to them. And sometimes people are having trouble with the grape hyacinths. You're going to just simply try to disallow the foliage so they can't remanufacture the bulb. And over 1 or 2 years, they will simply start to go away. Now, not a good solution, but I'm going to tell you that by reading through labels, and I have not done that recently, there may be new herbicides that will be a better treatment for the wild onions. However, whatever you're going to use on the wild onion, you have to have it, you have to be aware that it will kill, maybe not grasses, hopefully, but it will kill other plants. So you're going to have to kind of get down there and spend some time with some details. I hope that helps a little, because that rascal can be a real nuisance. Now the blueberries. I don't know what they look like, how tall they are, and so on. You're making my mouth water by the fact you have so many, enough for several breakfasts and so on. If they are of a good green, if they're growing more than 6 inches a year, up to some of the stems will hit several feet sometimes. If they are flowering and starting somewhat soon, setting decent fruit, they're probably in good shape. Now, to keep them that way, assuming they are, use an acid fertilizer. Use and you can use the water-soluble things like muriacid and so on. You can spread sulfur on the surface. I can't give you exact, but let's just say a pound per 100 square feet to keep the acidity going, and then pick them and enjoy them. And if you make a pie, send Mark and me a piece.
There you go. Hey, thanks again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe to our other podcasts as well, the Plant of the Week podcast and the Plant Talk Radio podcast, all on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. If you'd like to sponsor a daily podcast, contact us at fred@planttalkradio.com. To find out more about Fred Howard and Plant Talk Radio, visit our website, planttalkradio.com.
Circle270media.com